So what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my Attack on Titan reviews. This time I'm going to be reviewing Volume 6. Just so you guys know, a heads up, I had somebody ask me in my comments on my last Attack on Titan video why I'm making theories for stuff that have already been explained in Attack on Titan, and so in case it was not obvious, I have not read or watched Attack on Titan. I do not know what's coming up. I watched maybe the first 5 episodes of the anime when it first premiered, and then it kind of got lost in the shuffle. I never went back to it, yada yada. So that was the only kind of exposure to Attack on Titan I had before reading the manga. So past like a couple of chapters into Volume 2, I didn't know what's coming up, and I still don't know what's coming up. So I'm reviewing it for the first time because it is for the first time for me. I have not been with this series since its beginning like a lot of people have, and so yeah, so there's that. So that's why I'm reviewing it now and making theories up, because this is obviously my first time experiencing it. But anyways, with all that out of the way, this was a very simple and fast-paced volume, so there isn't a ton to say about it, unfortunately, but what did happen was pretty cool, pretty interesting. So we had this, of course, this big female Titan that seems to be the same type of Titan as our main character Eren, where they can kind of control themselves and they have some coherent thought of what they're doing, rather than just kind of walking around mindlessly eating people. Even though in the last volume we did see a moment where a Titan briefly spoke to a woman before changing his mind and then killing her, and they found the notebook saying that the Titan was actually able to speak a word. So that's pretty intriguing there. So we have this whole idea that the Titans could possibly be all humans. They were all originally humans. That seems to be pretty much a foregone conclusion right now. Perhaps there is some differences. Perhaps the Titans that can control themselves are the humans, and the Titans that can't are some sort of creation, but I would say that they probably more than likely all were originally human, and that would also explain where they kind of showed up out of nowhere, you know, how they became Titans. It also kind of explains, and I don't know why I didn't put this together right away, but that also kind of explains the original Colossal Titan that we saw in the first volume that just appeared over the gateway. Everyone wondered where it came from, where it appeared. Well, obviously it makes sense now that when you turn into a Titan, you basically just have this like mist smoke kind of come around you, and you just turn into a Titan. So it seems to me that there was probably a person standing outside the gate who just turned into a Titan. Perhaps it was a new kind of experiment, injection, whatever it was. Whatever turns you into a Titan, it was a more enhanced version, so that's why he became, you know, the 50-meter tall version. Who knows, maybe it's Eren's dad, you know? He's doing all that kind of weird experimentations. He wasn't there when it happened, so yeah, that might be a thing. So I don't know why I didn't put that together right away, but there's that. But this volume was pretty much dealing with this female Titan that seems to be looking for Eren. She finds Armin, and, you know, lifts up his hood, sees it's him, and then kind of leaves him be. Doesn't kill him, which is very odd. Perhaps just doesn't kill him because he wasn't attacking her at the time, because she seems to be just pretty much using defense. But some of the defense is pretty damn brutal, and this was the stuff that I wanted to see. This is what I love to see, because I want to see these larger-than-life, mythological, kaiju-like monsters just wreak havoc, and I definitely got that in this volume. You know, she's picking up horses and chucking them into the sky, which was great to see. She grabs one human. I felt really bad for this person, and starts like swinging him around like a whip, and it does a close-up, and he's actually like in a back arch, like he's not like leaning forward like this. His back is like literally broken, and he's hanging backwards like as she's spinning him. That's just freaking brutal. Like that is insane, and that's the kind of like I guess monster action I want to see. I want to see like these Titans rip these humans apart, just to show how low on the totem pole humanity is. So I like that aspect. Keeps them scary, keeps the fighting intense with that going on. Also, we have Eren and Armin, sorry, and Reiner and Jean. And I apologize. I keep getting Jean and Reiner confused with each other because they look really similar in the manga. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but they only have like a slight difference in like facial features, and mostly it's like with the hair. I think Jean has the slightly shorter hair, but they both like they're dressed the same. They both have blonde hair. They both have almost the same hair length. They both have almost the same facial features. I just have a really hard time differentiating them, and I forget which one is Jean and which one is Reiner. But I know from the training scenes, Jean is the one that was having his spats with Eren, and then Reiner was the one, I believe, that didn't know necessarily if he wanted to do it. He was more on the edge. He was like more of a coward. He was the one that found his friend kind of hacked up after the first battle, the one that he was in training with. So I believe that's Reiner. Anyways, so they're trying to keep this giant female Titan at bay, right? And then another good thing that happens in this volume is basically learning the kind of leadership roles of Levi, the captain leader, and how things are really done out here in the midst of actual battle and combat with the Titans. So as they're being chased, you know, Eren is thinking, well, I'll just turn into a Titan and fight back and yada yada. But his team is saying, no, like we can handle this. Like, this is really scary. People might die, but you don't need to do this because we're following Levi. We're following Levi's orders. He's our captain. We're going to do what he says. And I think it was really cool how they placed emphasis on this, because this is how it is in war and combat, and the fact that even your leader, even your commander, might not know what to do in the situation. But as a leader, as a commander, as somebody who's in charge of other people's lives, you have to remain stoic and you have to make tough decisions that you might not know every little detail of the outcome. You know, you got to make split-second decisions like that, and people's lives are on the line. And so, you know, Eren's never been in a war combat situation like this, and so he's just thinking with his emotions. He's thinking with his heart, you know, which who can blame him? Because I mean, anybody would, right? And Levi tells him straight up, he's like, listen, if that's what you think the right thing to do is, then do it. But like, I literally can't stop you, but you're gonna have to make that decision yourself. Like, are you gonna follow the team or are you gonna do your own thing? And he's probably had that before, not obviously not with someone that can turn to a Titan, but he's probably had that before in the sense of somebody on his team that just wanted to think recklessly with his emotions and not follow the chain of command and just do their own thing. And he was probably like, all right, then do it. Like, I can't stop you. Like, we're in the midst of a battle. We're running for our lives. There's things going on. I don't have the time to try to stop you. So literally, you just have to do whatever you feel is right. You follow the team or you do your own thing. And I really like how it was put that bluntly, because that puts it into a place where it's like, even if Levi doesn't know exactly what's going to happen, he doesn't know what the right decision is, he's still in command of these people's lives, and he needs to follow through with something. So he made his decision, and his team trusts him and then follows that decision. So I really like that, and it shows kind of the respect and loyalty they have to Levi, and also that they are soldiers. You know, they've been through this time and time again, and it's a dangerous situation, and they realize that people are going to die, but that's just how it is in war. And then what else happened? So then there's also a brief flashback that basically kind of tells us what we already know, is that Eren, you know, he turns into a Titan when he has a specific purpose or objective in mind, something like over-encompassing him, because he was trying to do it just because, like, he was trying to just make himself turn into one, and he couldn't. But then he was going after to grab this spoon, and I guess he just kind of had, like, this objective in mind, like, I need to get this thing, and then it was somehow that strong that it turned him into a Titan, or the beginnings of one. He didn't transform all the way. It was kind of like a mesh of flesh that was growing but not really growing. Yeah, so there was that. And finally, at the end of this volume, they do manage to capture the female Titan. I believe the plan is to try to do like a surgical procedure and take out the person in the Titan that's controlling the Titan, to question them and figure out what the hell is going on. So what could be happening with that, I don't know. Perhaps I don't know if they'll manage to get the person out. Probably what will happen is they'll try, and then the Titan will take control again, and then, you know, rip out from its restraints and start killing people again. They might be forced to kill it, or you know, maybe they do get somebody out, and that somebody manages to take off or grab Eren and take off and explain something only to him, about the secrets of the Titans and whatnot, or why they want Eren on their team. And again, it probably has something to do with Eren's dad, because he is kind of a missing link in all this, and he was the one that injected Eren with the Titan juice. Be careful with that Titan juice, everybody. It's you don't want to get covered in Titan juice. What am I talking about? I don't know. So my theory moving forward is that this procedure will go awry and more people will die, or the human inside the Titan will escape, and escape with Eren or with one particular character, and only they will learn the information, and we'll see what happens from there. So pretty good volume, pretty action-packed. I liked it, enjoyed it. keeping going with this series. Let me know what you guys think of Volume 6. Leave comments down below. Try not to spoil anything for me if you can, but you could tease a little bit, kind of like, you know, just give ideas of things that are coming up, things to look forward to, maybe things to pay attention to that I'm not necessarily paying enough attention to, something like that. Otherwise, I'm just going to use my own thoughts, feelings, and theories on it, because that's what I like to do. I like to interpret art myself and then just kind of give you my thoughts and ideas. I like to just give that back and then see how well it fits with either what the author intended or what other fans think. It's not necessarily right or wrong. I just like giving my opinion on it. So besides that, guys, thanks a lot for watching this video. Please give it a like and comment, because interaction with the video helps it be seen more in the YouTube algorithm. Share it with other Attack on Titan fans. Subscribe to the channel if you want to. You don't have to, but it would be pretty cool. Other than that, hope you have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you next time.